You're listening to WRMU 91.1, the radio voice of Mount Union, Stark Actors on the Airwaves. This is your host, Christina Zordich. Sorry we were running a few minutes late. It's really cold outside.
It is extremely cold outside.
Yeah.
The cold delayed us.
So, right now we have with us lovely Jamie.
Hi!
Who is still lovely.
That's like your official name now.
The lovely Jamie. I should put that on, resumes.
Like, your parents need to, rename you.
I have to change it legally.
Just like, the lovely Jamie Laubacher.
Yes.
And then, of course, Georgia.
Oh, yes, I exist.
And Ty.
Hello, people.
Ty's back.
Ty's back.
What?
So, first show after Christmas break, guys.
I know.
Whoa.
It's like we're all back, and it's great.
Was everybody's break good?
Yes.
Good break?
I hope so, yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
So, we have 3 scripts for you tonight. One of them is a to be continued, because unfortunately, we have busy lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
nice because suspense.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're continuing. Got more content next week.
It feels fun, because I remember listening to radio shows as a kid, and it's like, to be continued. I'm like,
You're like,
what?
Go
No!
wait till
And then you
next
have
week.
to keep listening.
Yeah, and it's like, I gotta wait till next week. Did you hear that old storybook tale? It's like, this woman, she was gonna be executed, but, she kept on telling this guy cliffhanger stories.
It's Arabian Nights.
Yeah. That reminds me. We're doing Arabian Nights tonight.
Pretty much.
This is what we're doing.
Awesome.
But yeah, it's funny because I was the main writer for a bunch of these scripts, and I'm like, hey guys, what if I just put all this junk in the script and you don't notice? Because I'm the proofreader too.
Yeah.
And they're like, Georgia, we trust you. Don't worry about this.
Yeah, we trust you, Georgia. Don't betray us. Come on now. Come on.
Okay, you're not like that.
Our first story is called Adoption Day, written by Georgia. Georgia, tell us about it.
Okay, so we've talked multiple times on air about my characters, Jessie and Ace. They're basically 2 little kids that are at an orphanage, and they bond together because both in their own way, they're kind of outcasts. Like Jessie, she's really rough with other kids, and so nobody wants to play with her. And then Ace, he's like an egghead, so everybody's like, you're just going to sit there and read books? You're boring. And Ace is like, well, screw you guys, I got books.
There you go.
So, eventually Ace starts reading stories to Jessie, and they get along by that. So, this is just the story of them being adopted. So,
Very cool.
yeah. So, drop your line. It's like all these characters are fictitious and stuff.
Yeah, I was
and
just
don't
gonna
try
say
this
that.
at home.
So,
Wait, do try this at home. Adoption is a good thing.
Yeah,
We need to actually write down this line,
We should.
because it's different every
Forget.
time we say
We
it.
do.
I'll write it on your
It's-
forehead or something.
all
And
these
then you'll look in the
characters in
mirror and
this
it'll be
work are
backwards.
fictional and not based on real people.
Except,
Something like that.
yeah, it's something like it's coincidence. I don't know. Just
any-
don't be upset.
Just don't
It's
sue us.
basically don't be upset. Don't sue us. We're sorry.
Exactly. That sounds good.
Okay.
We got this.
Adoption Day. A car pulled up to the local orphanage. Today would change everything. Today was the day Giuseppe Masterson would adopt. He ran a hand through his silver hair and adjusted his glasses. He walked up to the door and was greeted by a young woman.
Oh, hello, Mr. Masterson. Welcome again. So good to see you.
Giuseppe dipped his head slightly and extended his hand. Marigold took his hand and smiled.
It's good to see you too, Miss Marigold. I see you've been working hard today too.
How could you tell?
Giuseppe gestured toward the apron she was wearing. It was covered with little kids' greasy and muddy prints.
Oh, well, what are you going to do? Here, come in.
Giuseppe did just that. As he entered, he was nearly knocked down by a few running children. He laughed and regained his balance.
Oh, sorry about that. Here, Martha is waiting in her office to have a word with you about the adoption.
Right. I'll head over.
Martha's office was small, and in it sat Martha herself, a few file cabinets, a desk, and another chair.
Good afternoon. Sit down, Mr. Matterson.
He nodded and took a seat.
So it has come to my attention that you wish to adopt both Jessie Milesworth and Ace Anderson.
That is correct.
So be it. I find it only fair that I warn you about those children, though.
Excuse me?
First off, Jessie is 7 and Ace is 8. They are both at very difficult ages. They have their own ideas, plans, You do know we recommend adopting younger kids, especially for first-time parents.
I know.
Furthermore, they both have proven difficult to handle. Jessie is a wild child and can hardly feel pain. She is very dangerous.
Her brother seems to keep her in line.
Jessie doesn't have a Oh, you mean Ace. They're not blood-related, you know.
I know.
Speaking of which, Ace is no walk in the park either. Did you know the rascal was adopted before?
Oh?
He wound up back here, though. The folks who took him in couldn't handle him. He would be constantly sad or depressed and oftentimes lash out in anger at his folks. And one night, he ran all the way back here. We found him in Jessie's room the next morning playing with blocks and reading stories of all things. When his folks arrived to pick him back up, he straight refused to go back. He even bit the mother. After that, they didn't want him anymore.
What were the reasoning behind his actions?
He said he couldn't be part of a new family if Jessie wasn't a part of it, too.
Well, it's a good thing I'm adopting them both, then.
I'm not saying your decision... I'm not swaying your decision here, am I, Mr. Matterson?
No.
And why is that, if I may ask? Why them?
Because they're special. Like you said, Jessie needs Ace, and Ace needs Jessie. They're a family, and they trust each other. I want to be part of that family, too. Of course, I know they're not perfect little angels, but neither am I. No one is, frankly.
Well, fine then. I will honor your decision. Here, fill out the rest of your paperwork, and I'll have Marigold go fetch them.
Giuseppe did so, and once word had reached Marigold, she went to inform Jessie and Ace.
Children, I have wonderful news. You know Mr. Masterson? He's adopting you guys.
But both of us?
Really?
Jessie clung to Marigold's leg.
Really, 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 super duper really? As really as can be. Oh, give me a hug, you two.
The three embraced as a small tear formed in Marigold's eye.
Oh, I'm so happy for the both of you. Be good to Mr. Masterson and write me letters every so often, okay, kids? Of course. Ace can write really, really well, and he can help me write too.
We won't forget you, Mr. Marigold.
And I won't forget you guys either. Now come on. We don't want to keep him waiting.
The trio then left and soon arrived in the lobby where Giuseppe was waiting. When he saw the kids, he knelt down and spread his arms wide. Jessie immediately jumped into his arms as she squealed in delight. Ace slowly followed, but he joined in on the hug.
Mr. Master, wait! You're Daddy now! I love you, Daddy! This is going to be awesome!
That it will be, little Jessie. I can't wait to spend time with you guys and share wonderful and fun memories together. Thank you for adopting us, both of us. Of course, I wouldn't want it any other way, Ace.
An hour and a half later, the three arrived at Giuseppe's home.
So, this is my house. Well, our house now. What's mine is yours, and well, I know your kids, but be careful.
I'll do my best. Your house is huge!
In truth, Giuseppe's house was only a standard, run-of-the-mill row house, not very big at all compared to other houses. But that didn't seem to matter to Jessie.
Look at all your cool things!
What are these? Oh, those are concept sketches. For what? For some stage props I'm working on. You work in a theater? Yes, I do. A good friend of mine is a budding director, and he wanted me to be a stagehand, so I'm in charge of a lot of the props. That's really cool. What are these sketches? Those are what we call storyboards. I film for my friend, too, and those are notes I take so I know what to film.
Ace looked up at Giuseppe with a small smile. This stuff was amazing. He wasn't ready to call Mr. Masterson Dad yet, but at the sight of his creativity, it made Ace feel at ease.
These pictures are awesome. I'm glad you like them, Ace. Here, I want to show you and your sister your room. We get our own room?
We get our own room!
Giuseppe then led the two children to a room just across from his living room. Once they got older and he had saved up money, he'd planned to get them both their own room, but this shared one would do for now. Inside the room was a bunk bed with two handmade plaques, one on each bunk. One had Ace's name on it and the other Jessie's.
This room is amazing. It even has our names on it.
It sure does, kiddo. I made these plaques just for you two. they come off, so if you want to put them elsewhere or switch bunks, you can do that.
That is so cool. It's like cooler than cool.
Jessie then proceeded to test out each bunk by ruffling up the blankets and bouncing on the mattresses.
Jessie, no, it's okay, Ace. It's just an unmade bed. Let's celebrate your guys' arrival before we worry about cleaning up.
Ace nodded and smiled a small smile. He looked at Giuseppe and then went over to the bunk with his name on it. The blankets looked and felt very soft, and the custom plaque was covered with amazing and intricate details. He glanced over. There was also a small bookshelf filled with storybooks and novels. He got the feeling he was going to like it here. After they finished checking out their room, they all sat down for a snack and played a few games. They colored some pictures, played Go Fish and some jump rope. Then the night began to draw near, and Giuseppe spoke up.
Okay, looks like it's time for bed for both of you.
Aww.
Aww. It's alright. We'll have just as much fun, if not more fun, tomorrow.
The two children reluctantly nodded, and after not too much longer later, Giuseppe tucked them into bed, ruffling their hair.
Good night, Jessie. Good night, Ace. Rest well, and I'll see you both again in the morning.
Giuseppe said with a smile as he shut off the lights. The kids were quiet for a while, but then started whispering to each other.
He's really nice.
He is.
Do you like it here, Big Brother Ace?
I think I do.
That's wonderful. I like it here, too. This is so great. We're family and everything now.
That we are.
Ace tried to be happy, but a small fear nagged at the back of his mind. What if Mr. Masterson didn't like them as much the next morning? What if he decided to return him and Jessie? Or worse, what if he kept Jessie and just returned him? Or kept him and returned Jessie, or...
We're finally home. This is our dream come true, Ace.
Ace stopped his worry for a moment to process what Jessie said. This really was what they were dreaming for. A place to call home and a family to share it with. True, there were only 3 of them in that family, but it was still a family, even if it wasn't typical.
It is.
Ace then got out of his bed and hugged Jessie.
I'm glad we made it here together.
Me too. I couldn't be happier. I'm the most happiest person of all time.
Ace chuckled as he brought up a question.
Me too. By the way, what do you think he's doing now?
You mean new daddy? Let's take a peek and see.
The two then opened their door and peeked into the living room. There on the couch sat Giuseppe, who had fallen asleep watching the TV.
He looks so lonely.
And cold. He doesn't even have a blanket.
Why don't we go fix that?
Ace nodded and smiled.
Yeah, let's go fix that.
Each of them grabbed a blanket and walked quietly to the couch. Ace leaned on one side of Giuseppe and Jessie on the other. They both shared a bit of their blanket with him and smiled. Both of them giggled a bit until they settled down and exchanged one last whisper before they fell asleep.
Good night,
Dad.
Aww.
I couldn't stop squealing for the past 3 pages.
I could see you guys. You're just like holding your your hand over your mouth. You're like, must contain all of my feels.
I know.
That was cute.
Oh my gosh. I had fun being Giuseppe.
Yeah, he's a fun guy. Yeah, you did too.
You did fantastic.
Yeah, time was great. I was just like trying to say that, and you're like,
I didn't know if I sounded mean enough.
No,
you were perfect. You were like
good.
stern. You're like, you know about these kids, right?
you know.
No.
I gotta warn you.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I'm glad you guys liked that one.
Yeah, it was adorable.
Oh, thank you.
Our last one is going to be so dark compared to this. Actually, not really.
It's not.
It's not as dark
not
as
that dark.
Actually, the one before that wasn't that dark either.
Yeah, it's
The-
not
the
dark. It's just like
continuing.
another tone, I'd say. Like,
Yeah, a different tone.
Like this is like, you
you
cutesy.
have happy giddy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, Georgia, let's ride together. I'm like, okay, what do you want to ride? Serious. Okay.
George's is like happy flower rainbow unicorns.
Box of puppies. Because it's like,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like, after I read something, everybody's like, aw. And I'm like, somebody let
So
loose a
cute.
box of puppies. So it's like,
box
that's where
We should
That's where it
actually
came from.
bring a box of puppies into the studio.
we should. That's an amazing idea, Jamie.
I want a box of
let's,
kitties.
let's
We
just
need to-
stop the show and go do that.
Yes.
Peace.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Gotta go
All
get
right.
some puppies. We need them.
But seriously, what do we have next, guys?
We've got Collette and Caleb, also by moi.
No, it's not. No, I was kidding.
What'd you say?
I said, no, it's not.
No, it's
Just
not.
kidding.
What?
I wrote this.
It's like my name is scribbled out, and right there is Christina Zordich. I'm like, when did that happen?
Last night.
Last night, before I even wrote this.
Yes.
Because I wrote it this morning. It's like, wow.
Wow, way to be on it.
Yeah, really.
All right, so what do we need to know about this one?
Okay, so, Collette, let me see if she's gotten any screen time. She did have, screen time, or air time, okay, we'll say.
Screen time.
Screen time. Air time. Collette popped up in a script between Christina and I where, it was Coswell, wasn't he? Wasn't it Coswell? And, they were talking
You
together.
have to remind me more.
You know, if we forgot this, it was like, it was
it
like that section.
is it
like,
RP?
Collette was
Oh.
like really sad, and then Coswell came and cheered her up.
Yes.
Yes, there. That's
Yes.
where Collette has come before.
There we go.
Yeah, so Colette's like this
I
rich
forgot
girl.
we did that on air.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we got Collette now. She's a very wealthy teenage girl, blonde, curly locks, all that. She thinks she's all that.
Goldilocks.
She is pretty much Goldilocks because it's like all spirally curls.
There you go.
And then we've got Caleb. He's like this modest, cute kid, and he came in during a script with Michelle and I, where like he and another one of our characters met. I think it was Van at the park or something. So
Okay.
yeah, so I think we got this.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Shall we start then?
We shall start.
Yes.
All right. Again, we're sorry. Not real. Don't sue us.
Not real. Don't sue us. Don't tase us. Don't come into the studio.
That
and
should
yell
be on
at
our
us.
posters.
Yeah,
Not
really.
real, don't sue us.
Yeah.
Don't sue us.
All right. Collette and Caleb. There once was a very rich man. He was the owner of a large chain of jewelry stores. Okay, we're missing a word.
You're missing a word.
He loved his work and his family. He'd spoil his daughter and wife with whatever they asked for, fulfilling even their most trivial whim. But all that changed when he received a devastating phone call one day. It was one of his employees calling to tell him that their whole chain of jewelry stores had been robbed. The robbery was reported to the police, but the thief was sadly never caught. Being out of a job, the rich man decided it would be best to spend as little money as they could, since they could all live off the savings. So he pulled his daughter out of private school and moved to a small apartment in a local town. His wife was very understanding of the matter, but the daughter, Collette, was less than thrilled. Now Collette walks the halls of her new public school as a fish out of water.
Stupid ugly school, stupid homework, stupid teachers, stupid peers. I can't stand this place.
Collette then walked slowly to the bus. She hated that bus, too. It wasn't the same as her expensively wonderful car she drove to her old school. But just like many things, she didn't have that anymore. A heavy sigh escaped Colette's lips. Just then, she felt herself lose her balance and fall to the floor.
Bloody Mary! Which way are you going, for crying out loud?
There before her was a blond boy standing on his hands.
Oh, my bad. You'll have to forgive me.
What are you doing? Why are you on your hands? Isn't that against some stupid school rule or something?
I asked the principal. He said it was okay for me to do this.
And this wretched school grows more unregulated and unruly by the day. Why don't you get lost, you circus freak?
Sure, just give me a minute and I'll be out of your hair.
The boy then proceeded to dig around in his backpack.
Hello? You didn't even help me up. And what the heck are you doing?
If it's help up you want, you'll have to wait a moment.
Why? Just stand up and pull me up already. You're stalling.
I'm not stalling.
The boy then began to retrieve metal pieces from his backpack and put them together.
Seriously? What on earth are you doing that is so important as to let me just sit here?
With a soft smile, the boy looked at Collette.
Assembling my wheelchair.
Flushing red, Collette felt a wave of guilt and embarrassment wash over her. She quickly stood up on her own and looked at the boy.
I'm so sorry.
And with that, Collette dashed off.
Hey, wait. You didn't do anything wrong.
Collette was already off before the boy's words could reach her. That night, Collette could barely sleep. She never experienced this much guilt before. The next day, Collette avoided that boy like the plague. She wouldn't be able to stand the sight of him, considering what she'd done. But when she went to her locker, there he was, with a smile across his face. What did he want? Hadn't she suffered enough?
Good morning.
Colette's eyes focused on the ground as she nervously shifted back and forth.
Good morning.
Need any help with your books?
Absolutely not!
Collette then slammed her locker door and started quickly walking off.
Are you sure? They look heavy and I could easily...
I said no! No, go away! I have to get to class!
Well, all right. I'll see you later then.
Collette couldn't concentrate in class at all. Her mind was racing. Why was that boy still talking to her? Why was he smiling? Why did he want to carry her stupid books? What was wrong with his head? Once class had ended, she saw the boy a few more times, smiling that smile of his and wheeling around in his chair, waving to her, too. It wasn't long after that. It was lunchtime, and Collette sat down to eat her lunch in the cafeteria. Looking around, she hoped he didn't have the same lunch period as she did. Just then, her fears were confirmed as she heard a friendly voice.
May I join you?
Collette looked over in dread. She tried to think of an excuse. She was sitting alone, so didn't have the excuse of the table being full.
Sure.
Great. Thanks.
The boy then sat his lunch down and began digging in. A few moments passed, and Collette couldn't take it anymore.
Okay, what is your deal? Why are you doing all these nice things for me after what I said earlier? This makes no sense. Why don't you just leave me alone already?
The boy swallowed and answered with a grin.
Because I wanted to see you smile. You looked so sad and miserable earlier. And lonely, too.
Collette flushed and stammered. But she didn't really form any sentences. She just let what the boy said sink in. For the longest time, they sat there, just eating in silence until Collette broke it, finally.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Look, I don't even know your name.
It's Caleb. And don't feel bad. I don't know yours either.
It's Collette.
That's a lovely name.
Thanks.
Just then, the lunch bell rang, and it was time for them to get to their next class.
Thanks for the company, Collette. I'd better get to class.
Oh, wait. Before you go,
Yes?
could we do this again tomorrow?
Of course.
The end.
Aww.
Puppies, man. Well, thank you.
Oh my gosh, I'm losing my voice. Excuse me.
It's like Little Mermaid over here.
What? No. What kind of contract did you sign?
I lied, guys. I didn't actually catch a cold. It was a sea witch.
Oh.
That's the worst kind.
It's bad, man.
It's bad.
Did you jellyfish too much?
Jellyfish too
Oh my
much.
gosh. The jellyfish is where you go in for a hug and then you just kind of wave your arms and
Yes.
go back
It
and
works,
you're like
it
jellyfish.
works with high fives, too.
I did. You got me in trouble because I was doing that too much for my one friend. I was like, hey, give me a hug, And she's like, okay, fine. And then I go in for a hug and I'm like, haha, jellyfish. She's like, well,
there you go.
there you go. I'm like, no, seriously, give me a hug. Give me a hug. And she's like, you lost your chance.
That's the thing. That is my disclaimer on the jellyfish, is if you do it too much, you will lose everything you love.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I've only done it once, and that was with you. That was when
Yeah.
you taught me. And then after
Yeah.
that, I was like, I have a feeling that if I get addicted to jellyfish, I'll be
Yeah,
like,
you don't give me hugs
I
anymore.
won't have any
It's
friends anymore.
not fun.
and I love hugging, so it's just like,
Exactly.
so
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
think I could live in a world of jellyfish.
It's
Just without hugging.
It's a risk that doesn't always pay off.
Yes.
So
So-
unless you're like a risky daredevil, don't do jellyfishing. This is our
Jellyfish
disclaimer.
responsibly.
Oh my
Exactly.
gosh.
But yeah, with the last script, just one tidbit I wanted to
Can
throw
I
in.
describe? Oh, wait, yeah, you go first.
Oh, no, with the last script, I wanted to say something
that
about that.
one, yeah.
When Caleb was all like, oh, I wanted to see you smile, Jamie, her face was like,
I know I
I
saw.
died.
Did I do a good job with his voice?
You did a fantastic
did.
job
He's
with
just
his
like,
voice.
oh, thank you.
That
I
was,
did?
that was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Voice-wise.
and you were
That was
doing
good.
like the face, like, it reminded me of like someone on a parade float. It's like, and there he was, wheeling around with a smile, and you're
I
like
was just
waving and
smiling.
smiling. Like,
then-
hi,
And then, okay, for you guys who don't see us right now, I'm wearing fake glasses, and then the last script when it's like he ran his hands through his silver hair, and then his glasses. I was just like, yeah.
You're like, oh
She was working it over here.
You couldn't see it, but it was great.
It was great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
have we got next, guys?
We got some explaining to do.
Last one. It's called The Masquerade, written by me and Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a continuation.
I know, right?
Oh,
Suspense.
It's going to be a continuation of a continuation.
Of a
It's just gonna keep
continuation.
going.
Actually, it
This
is.
Like
one's
a
gonna,
series.
this one
It
is
is.
literally just going to be the series of the show. For
Really?
right now.
Really?
For right now,
Are we
dude.
doing that?
Really. We're going to do it.
We're doing that.
Because
doing that.
we always said that we wanted to, like, keep it going.
Uh-huh.
And
Keep
I'm
it
just
going.
like, this is the best
Go.
way to do it.
There you go.
It is.
It will give us an excuse to actually sit down and write it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'll be like, I don't know what to do with my life.
I don't know what to do. Christina, Russell
Right.
and Quinn, we got
Yeah.
this. And you're like, right, my passion for writing is ignited.
And I love being Quinn.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
this takes...
sorry to interrupt, but
Jamie,
Jamie, you and I need to write too. Because you're like,
I
I'm
know.
like Jamie.
I know. I feel so bad because, okay, like a couple weeks before, I might have been a month before the last semester ended, I get this message from Georgia, and she's like, Jamie, we should write something together. And I'm like, heck yes, we should write something together. And then I was like, I don't have time to write fun things. Oh.
I
So
don't
then I
write
was
things
like-
that are fun.
I know, and then I was like, over break, I was like, oh yeah, I'll do something over break. I'll think of something over break. And then, like,
Never
it
happened.
was like the last day of break, and I'm like, no? Oh, okay. But, no, seriously, you guys need to, like,
too.
I know, I want to write things. You guys
We
need
should
to, like,
do a three-way thing and write.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have a
Like
Skype?
all three of us should write.
That's
I
how
do.
that's how we do it.
Yeah,
This is our
We'll do that later.
creation process.
yeah,
guys.
there we
Yeah.
go. We
You
will,
are witnessing
we will
it.
exchange-
Speaking of Skype, ironically, I was all, it kind of pertains to the show. I was watching this movie.
This is not
I
pertaining to the show.
watched this movie with Ty, and
Todd does not pertain to the show.
yeah, she does.
She does.
And
so
does.
actually, I found out that the script was actually written by two guys over Skype.
That's cool.
Really? What
Yeah.
movie?
Thanks for sharing,
Oh, really? Wow. That's
Mark
awesome.
Ruffalo, because I love
like
him.
I dig it.
Awesome.
Yeah, remind me, and we will exchange Skype names, and
Yeah.
that will be a thing.
And we'll
It will be a
Yes,
thing.
I like this idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of exchanging stuff, put your plug in. Like,
Oh, yeah.
for the,
how do people send in things? Because we want them to send in things.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How do
Go
people send in
to
their things?
Facebook. Our page is Stark Actors on the Airwaves, and the picture of us, all
Being
of us
awesome.
sitting here.
Being
Yeah,
awesome.
so you get to know what we look like,
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I took that picture.
and you'll get to see how lovely Jamie really is.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I'm like in the front, and you're all like huddled together, like you're all friends, and I'm just kind of in the front, like, hey guys,
I've got friends too.
Yeah.
Aw,
Okay, I like that picture.
That's a good
awesome.
picture.
And Ty's in that picture too, aren't you?
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Awesome.
So this. Sorry, we got sidetracked.
So
But yeah.
you do that, and then you what message?
Yeah, you just go to the Stark Actors on the Airwave Facebook, and you can send, if you've got like a script, you can go to a
Yeah,
message.
private message.
Yeah, private message, and
Or
just
if
say,
you
hey,
wanna
like,
write something
Christina, I
public
got
on
this
there.
script.
Yeah.
You should read it. And Christina will be like, heck yeah, give me
Yeah.
that script. And she'll be like, I love this script. Let's
Or if
read
you
on
want
air.
to like post a comment or whether you like something
About saying how awesome we
Yeah.
are. We won't
You can
accept
Let us
comments
know. Give
about
us feedback.
how not awesome
Yeah.
we
We
are.
love feedback.
Yeah, especially Christina. Like
Yes.
she'll call me.
Yeah.
She'll be
I'll
like,
freak out
we
if
got
somebody
feedback.
Yeah.
She'll like
It's the
message
best thing ever.
everyone.
I will.
It's exciting.
It is
Yeah.
exciting.
So if you want to do a script, go ahead. We've also got like character pictures up there that some I drew, some Michelle drew.
Yes.
And, yeah. So
Yes.
if you want to see what the characters look like as well as us, you can see that too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we gotta explain this one.
Got some explaining to
If
do.
you guys, I keep breaking these paper clips. I'm so sorry for whoever these.
I
were.
paid good money for
I'm
these paper
sorry.
clips. You are not my friend anymore.
Oh.
Get out of my station.
This is my station.
You're right. I'll get out of yours then.
Okay.
I'm running the board, therefore it is my station.
but I'm
What
the.
worse?
Actually, you're the co-host.
I could turn off your microphone.
That would be terrible. It's like, and then it's like Quinn's part, and it's like,
Oh my gosh, James.
I have the power
Don't throw
here.
me.
Don't forget that.
don't forget where you stand.
Anyway, we
mortal.
gotta
We
start.
through
We
this
gotta
thing,
start
man. We're gonna
get
describing
through
this
this
one.
thing. We got
Okay,
this.
so
We still got
if you guys remember the story of Russell and Quinn, who they met at like a bar or something.
I think
By the
it-
way,
yeah.
we do not
approve of drinking.
don't
Don't do
approve of
drinking,
drinking.
kids.
It was just
just
part of
don't.
the
Just
story.
don't. This is a fiction, guys.
And
It's not
so
real.
my guy was a
Like your face.
con man, and her guy Russell is a journalist, right?
Right. He's a
Right.
journalist.
Yeah.
Reporter.
And so little
in
did
newspaper.
Russell know that he was talking to the culprit who keeps stealing things in their town and selling it for money. So this story is like what happens maybe, I don't know, like a month later or something.
Yeah,
and
I'd
they
say a
meet
month
again.
later.
You remember that story now?
Yeah, I remember it now.
Yeah.
I do remember that now.
Yeah, they were both at the bar and they were just kind of talking together. Russell
Yeah.
was like,
So this is who they were. I
Yeah.
remember before I left, you're like, I don't know who these people are. Was that this one?
I don't know. I had to be kind of caught up on everyone except for I remembered who Ace and Jessie were.
yeah,
We
I
used
use them a
couple
lot.
times,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're pretty memorable.
Dude, I'm excited. I want to see where this is gonna go. now.
Yeah, but
I
really
love these guys.
I know, it's
They're so
so-
good together.
It is, because Russell's like, man, I need to catch this thief. And then Quint's like, I want to be friends, but I'm the
Yeah.
thief ruining his
Yeah.
life.
Like I want
Yeah.
to exchange numbers, but that'll get me arrested. So.
But he
Pretty
does
much.
anyway.
He
and
does
so-
anyway.
Russell
'Cause
doesn't
he
even
needs
know.
friends. He doesn't
Yeah,
have
and they're
friends.
both friends, but neither of them know that, like,
Neither of them know.
yeah.
And we
So
have
it's-
no idea what's going to... Okay, I can't spoil anything.
Okay. Should we just
We're just
start?
gonna-
Should we just go?
Yeah,
Let's
we're
just
gonna
do
start.
this.
Okay.
Let's do
Do
this.
this.
And,
I want to know.
yeah, and I tried to explain as well as I could in the narration, and yeah.
Ty, excited?
I got this.
Ty, you
Ty's
excited?
I'm listening.
You remember
Okay.
Quinn and Russell? Yeah, they're like my favorite.
All right.
Favoritism.
Again, this is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to people living or dead is completely coincidental, and we do not condone drinking.
Well, they don't drink in this, but we
Well,
still
I
don't
mean,
condone
but you know,
One
whatever.
previously did.
Yeah,
it. We still don't condone drinking.
it's all right.
We got this.
At least not illegal kinds of. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't do
just-
anything underage.
no,
kids.
Just don't do bad things, kids.
Don't do bad things.
Don't do
Okay.
bad things.
March 20th, the journalist Russell Ramiro received word of a devastating gas leak explosion that happened the night before, March 19th, at the mansion down on 5th Street. It occurred at approximately 8 at night and left a handful of partygoers injured and several in critical condition. To most everyone, Russell was just a bumbling journalist who always talked too much, but for some odd reason he always knew where the best stories were, or all the details of a certain event before anyone else. This was because he was a time traveler, and he used his journalist position as a front to be able to report and check out events easily. He would travel back in time to prevent major disasters from happening in the first place, and this night was the perfect example. Not long after Russell received the word, he gathered details and traveled back into the night of the explosion with the memories of what could happen and the determination to stop it. The party was a masquerade gathering, and it seemed almost too good to be true for a con man named Quinn, who was planning to rob the place that night. With it being a masquerade party, there would be no way that anyone would be able to recognize him, but that left one little hiccup of a problem. He needed a costume. Quinn looked around his apartment and decided to dress as the Phantom of the Opera, not using a regular black and white mask, but using liquid latex to disfigure one side of his face. He wore a tuxedo instead of his regular suit, which was a little too small for comfort, but whatever, it was what he had. After arriving at the mansion, he bowed to the butler standing outside and made his way through the crowd of people, smiling and saying hello to people that he didn't even know. It was a party. It was good to be friendly. He observed the first floor, making sure he knew every exit, and tried to calculate how many people were in the room. There were 2 rules when doing a con that involved stealing. Always know a sure way out, and always be the smartest man in the room. The brunette made his way down to the basement where he knew the jewels lay. This was all too easy. He would slip by and no one would know what had happened until the next morning. A masquerade party. It just had to be a masquerade party. Russell grumbled through his stuff looking for something to wear. He wasn't worried about looking good, it was just he had to fit in. He needed access to that party. He threw several outfits onto the floor until he came across his hand-me-down tailcoat and an old checkered mask that he'd had for Halloween long ago. He sighed and threw the outfit on and then dashed out the door, leaving his apartment room a mess. Quinn looked at the door at the end of the stairwell. There was a lock on the door. He smiled, knowing that there wasn't a lock that he couldn't break, whether it be digitally or just a regular lock. He rolled up his sleeves and put on his gloves, taking out the finger duster from his tux pocket. It would narrow down the field of which numbers to press, and he was pretty good at not setting alarms off when doing so. Russell was able to gain access to the party relatively easy when he arrived. He got a strange look from the butler, but whatever. Once Russell was inside, he quickly weaved in between the crowd. He had to find the basement and fast. He checked his watch and looked up again. It was 7 on the nose. He had an hour. This better work. Russell picked up the pace until he found the staircase leading down. That probably was the way to the basement, wasn't it? He began walking down the stairs. Quinn's eyes were focused on the lock, but his full attention was on the noises that the machine made whenever he entered the wrong code. All right. So he tried 2 different times. This was his last chance, and there were only 4 numbers that the print showed up for. Whoever hid these jewels didn't do a very good job. Everyone knows that repeating a number would make it more difficult. Russell quickly descended down the stairs, careful to make as little noise as possible. He didn't want to start explaining himself to anyone, and if he was caught, he'd just go with the age-old excuse of, I was looking for the bathroom. Just as Russell was about to reach the basement, he froze in his tracks. There was someone else there. Crap, now what should he do? Maybe he could get them to leave so he could enter the basement unquestioned.
Excuse me.
Quinn quickly turned around, feeling ashamed that he didn't hear the man approach him.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I was just trying to get to the basement. Would you kindly leave? It's private.
Oh, well, there wouldn't have to be, like, a bathroom in your basement.
Wait a minute. Russell recognized that voice. He stopped letting his eyes stray and focused on the man's face.
Hold on a sec. Is that you, Quinn?
Russell?
Oh, boy. This was bad. Russell was a nice guy, and they had become good friends. He didn't want to lie to someone he earned trust in. Besides, he was a reporter. That would be the end of Quinn's career as he knew it.
It is you, Quinn. Wow, I didn't expect you to be here at the party, too. I mean, wow, crazy. What are the odds? It's good to see you again.
Quinn was startled at how stupid Russell was being. Or maybe ignorant was the better word. He honestly had no idea. Well, he did tell the man he came from a wealthy family, so maybe this whole thing would make sense.
Oh, yeah, same to you. What a small world, huh?
Small world indeed.
Russell looked at the door in front of Quinn. Wait a minute, was it password protected? Crap. Why? But what luck, Quinn was here, and he seemed like he knew how to get in.
So this place is yours? And this is your basement, too? I'll be honest, when you said you came from a wealthy family, I had no idea you were, well, this wealthy. This place is, like, downright swanky.
Yeah, this is my place. And this is where I keep my antiques I told you about. That's why it's locked.
Cool.
Russell rocked back and forth on his feet a little bit, checking his watch again. 45 minutes left.
Hey, I know this might be a little bit pushy, but, could I see them? Your antiques, that is?
What? No.
Wait, that was the wrong thing to say.
Fine, but don't touch anything, alright?
Honestly, Quinn had no idea what else was in there, and he was probably going to have to tell the man the truth sooner or later. He bit his bottom lip as he turned to the lock again. Okay. One more chance. Don't mess this up. Quinn hesitated as he looked at the keyboard. If he messed this up, the alarms would set off and his plan would be ruined. Not to mention, Russell would know he lied. But he'll probably find out either way, anyway. His fingers hit the keypad and he closed his eyes, waiting for the alarm, but instead, the keypad glowed green and the door unlocked. He smiled at Russell.
Let me show you what's inside.
Russell nodded eagerly and followed closely behind Quinn, and they both entered the room. Russell was happy, but at the same time nervous. When they entered, the room was surrounded with valuables. Well, that was a good thing. Why else would someone have a lock on their basement floor like that unless they were secretly a superhero or something? Quinn walked to the end of the room where special gowns and clothes were hung up. He turned to a nearby table where the locket lay. There was his ticket out of here.
So that's where it is. Mary had been looking for this for quite some time, so I should return it to her.
Russell was paying a little attention to what Quinn said as he smelled the strange odor he was predicting. A wave of panic washed over him. He started touching everything, pushing and pulling things so he could try and find the source of the gas leak. He needed to find a valve or something to turn off before time ran out.
Yeah, block it. Great.
Shoot, only 30 minutes to go. Quinn smiled and looked around the room, reaching for his cigarette case.
So these are the things I buy and sell. Cool, huh?
Quinn held an unlit cigarette in his hand as he pointed around the room.
Yeah, I guess they're cool, but
Just then, Russell looked up to see the cigarette in Quinn's hand, and in an instant it all clicked. A lit cigarette was the cause of the explosion. With an almost inhuman dash, Russell ran over and slapped the cigarette out of Quinn's hand. Panting, he looked down at the cigarette, crushing it under his foot, even though it was still unlit.
Are you crazy?
Hey, crazy? What are you talking about?
He resisted himself to reach for another cigarette, since this whole situation made him nervous.
Take a moment. Do you smell that odd odor? There's a gas leak in here.
Quinn looked around the room and then noticed the smell.
Oh, shoot. Wow. That could have ended very badly. Thanks for saving me. For us, I mean.
Yeah, very badly indeed. Okay, so since this is your place, do you know where any heaters are or anything like that? Anything that might cause the leak?
It's probably over there.
He pointed at a pipe near the ceiling. Russell was going to find out sooner or later, wouldn't he? Well, there goes their friendship.
You guess? Well, I don't really know my own basement too well, so whatever. Here, come this way with me. The fire risk is taken care of. Now we just need to find the source and shut it off.
Yeah, I just put my things in here. I don't really pay attention to the room itself.
Oh, that makes sense.
They continued to walk towards the pipe. It led to a large boiler, and Russell knelt down to take a look at it.
Okay, this is probably our culprit.
Quinn watched as Russell inspected the pipe. He cringed at the word culprit.
Wait, does this handle get hot?
I don't know. Someone usually does the dirty work for me.
Gotcha.
Russell then reached out a small finger and touched the handle and was burned the instant he made contact. Yep, it was hot.
Ugh, crap.
Waving his hand, he looked at Quinn, who winced in pain for the other man, almost feeling it as well.
Any ideas?
Unfortunately, no. Well, wait a second. Why are you so concerned about my house?
Well, I, just wanted to stop the leak, really, and save everyone. And I mean, your house is cool, but I want to, stop it from, exploding. This is a serious leak, trust me.
Uh-oh, did he say too much? Quinn's eyes widened.
What? Did you just say save everyone? What are you talking about? This house isn't going to explode. You're just being paranoid.
I wish I was just being paranoid.
Russell then took off his outer tailcoat and began wrapping a portion of it around his hand. He reached for the knob again, this time being able to grip it without getting burned.
Wait, I'm a little confused here. Can you explain to me what's going on?
Russell turned off the valve and tried to think of a way to explain.
Okay, look. Do you ever know something's gonna happen even before it happens? Like an inkling or a hunch or something like that? Maybe even, deja vu?
Yeah, but I've never seen danger multiple times before. Mostly happy moments. Why did you come down in the basement in the first place? Or was the bathroom really your excuse?
Quinn crossed his arms, wanting some explanation as to why Russell stopped the leak. Or wanting some explaining as Russell stopped the leak.
See, you get it too. I guess just a happier version. I came into the basement to stop the gas leak.
Russell thought about using the bathroom excuse, but he was positive it wouldn't work again.
And that...
To be continued. To be continued.
I was trying to read ahead and see what was going to happen, so I missed my line, because I was I was getting really into that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm glad.
What was going to happen next?
Yeah.
I know, we're wondering that too.
Yeah.
Every time we're like, we have this idea in store. Wait, what should happen next?
Exactly. It's like, what if this happens? I'm like, Because I messaged you, Christina, while I was trying to think of, like, okay, what kind of disaster is Russell's trying to prevent? I'm like, gas leak. I'm like, okay, but that's kind of hard. I'm like, And then I'm like, what could make it, bigger? I'm like, oh, an explosion. And then you're like, oh, Quinn could, like, light a cigarette. I'm like, oh,
you're
my
like,
goodness.
wait a minute. Well, you're like, wait, gas leaks are hard, but what could cause the fire? I'm like, cigarette, dude. And then you're just like,
Oh, yeah, we don't condone tobacco either.
Yeah, see
so
what'll happen?
or stealing.
Yeah.
Or stealing. Don't.
Oh yeah,
don't steal
we don't.
lockets.
Yeah, stealing. Yeah, that too.
That's bad. But yeah, that's awesome to know you guys are in it. You were just like, oh, gotta read. It's like
so
James.
terrible
exciting.
because like Quinn's like my favorite character that I ever made, and yet he's so bad for being on radio. Actually, no, I've had worse that should never be on radio.
Oh my.
Dun,
Dun dun dun.
dun, dun, but
I love all my characters.
Jamie, line, Jamie, line. Hold on, I'm reading this.
I gotta see how this ends. Yeah.
So that one is to be continued. Does Russell stop the gas? Wait, he already stopped the gas thing.
We already know that.
Do they get out of there alive? And when I mean alive, do I mean is their friendship still intact?
Dun, dun, dun.
Does
Yeah.
Russell explain to him that he's a time traveler?
Yeah, what the heck?
Does Quinn tell him
By the
that he's the
way-
real con man that Russell has been going after this entire time?
Yeah,
Stay
really.
tuned for next week.
Yeah, about that time travel.
Yeah, 'cause
How about that? You want to explain that?
I was so nervous
Never
about that
explain.
because I originally took out his powers for the first. It's like I didn't take them out, but I didn't mention them
Yeah.
because it's confusing.
Yeah. I just know. I started to read it and I was like, what?
He's not a
I
normal
remember
guy.
that.
What?
Like, no, it's awesome. It fits into it really cool. I
Dude,
like it. But I just
dude.
was like, what?
What is this?
Georgia,
What? That's my.
I know
my
this
name.
is totally out of character for Russell,
Yeah. Tell me anyway.
but
No.
they could make one of the best con man teams.
They could. If Russell goes rogue for some reason, they could. It's like,
They could.
okay, I know the guy's gonna
If-
be out of town this night, and
If
then
he can go back, couldn't he just do it once and then go back and fix it?
wait,
Do, just he could go. He could do that
wait,
just
you
to
could
see
go
what
back.
it's like. He could be a con man for a night just to see what it's like, and then go back and make it not happen.
Dude, wait,
He
that
could.
needs to happen now.
Oh my goodness!
Thank you, Jamie.
Ideas here, Jamie.
Dude,
look
this
at you
needs
go.
to be a TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so honored.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my
But yeah, because I was writing up the narration and this morning, I'm like, how do I explain a time traveling journalist person? I just use my words.
Yeah.
You did a
like,
good
yeah.
job.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is exciting because I'm trying to make up rules about time travel and stuff, so it's hard. But yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I think we're pretty much nearing the end. Do we have anything else we need to cover before we go?
Yeah.
Or?
Closing comments, concerns,
I don't think
thoughts?
so. Ty, do you want to write one with us?
Sure.
Okay, good.
This needs to be
We're all writing
What did
now.
you say? Oh, you want to write one? Todd's gonna be a writer too?
Yeah,
Woo! We got more people on board.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to be a writer too?
Do you want to be a writer?
course
Post
you
your
do.
stuff to Star Captors on the Airwaves at Facebook.com.
Ask your
Yeah.
parents before going online.
Oh my gosh, Jamie, that reminds me of a joke I've been wanting to tell for the longest time.
Tell it.
People are like, trying to be hardcore, but obviously not. It's like, what's the most hardcore thing you've ever done? And somebody was like, I went on Disney.com without my parents' permission.
Oh my That's so hardcore, man.
So hardcore.
So hardcore.
Or I love when people are like, I'm going to Disneyland. You just won so and so. What are you gonna do? Going to Disneyland.
But yeah,
Yes.
I was worried we wouldn't have funny stuff for tonight because people were like, "Oh, you're so funny, you're great." I'm like, "Okay, I just wrote 2 sappy,
They were
lovey
cute.
stories." And then
And
there's-
apparently, this one was really intriguing.
It
to
was.
them.
There was like 5 different layers of just things going on that I was getting stressed out about. Oh my gosh.
Sorry you
all
had to
this.
read so much. At the beginning,
No,
there was so
I
much
loved
narration.
it. It was good.
yeah, it's
It was really good.
My favorite
Yeah,
part
these ones
for
have,
me to write for
narration.
some reason was Quinn rolling up his sleeves and using the dust for the printer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was like, that was so cool to write.
I know, right?
That's awesome.
Let's see, what was my favorite part? it took me a long time to think of what Russell would do, like, as he sees the cigarette. And it's like,
I laughed so hard when you wrote the slap.
yeah, it's like,
I just imagine,
no,
and it was really
bad
funny.
Quinn.
Those things will kill
You know, I was about
and
to,
everyone else.
I was about to
They'll
make
ruin
him
your
say,
lungs.
"What? I'm allowed to smoke? I'm a grown man."
An
No.
adult?
Nope.
I'm
Nope.
an adult.
Not
Sorry, I
allowed.
interrupted you like twice. What were you gonna say?
Oh, no, it's okay. I was trying to think, because it's like, oh, Russell had 30 minutes left, but it's like, now Quinn was there. But if you think about it, the original night, just Quinn was there and Russell wasn't there, so
Yeah.
time things.
Oh,
affected it.
Quinn killed himself. No, you saved
Quinn
my.
I said
Quinn would
critical.
be the first one to
To
die.
die.
I actually thought of that, so I put critical condition and injured. So I'm
Okay,
like, you know
so
what? I
he's
can't
critical
kill off Christina's character just like this
Yeah.
without her permission. So
I mean, he was gonna
said-
die anyway. I mean, I kind of can't say. I'll be like, no, Georgia, he can't die. He survived. He's now like
Yeah.
Two-Face or something.
Two
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, there we go. There we go. But
But no, he
yeah.
kind of would die. But you saved him, and maybe that's how they become friends again. Because they're like, you saved my life.
Oh
You
my
saved my
gosh.
life. Even though
This is
Russell's
awesome.
all like,
you ruined
"Dude,
my
you're
life.
a bad guy.
It's like you saved my life. You ruined my life.
Would he be more mad about him being a bad guy or about him lying about it?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think through this because, like, I'm predicting this. I'm like,
curious.
yeah,
And I'm worried if I think in the end Quinn will be happy that he saved his life,
yeah.
but
There might be
at the
some-
point he'll be a little mad that he's like, dude, you ruined my plan.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't think
Yeah.
about that on Quinn's
Yeah.
part. He's
Yeah.
like, that locket, man.
Don't lock it.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think of that. They're like,
wait, no, he put it in his tux pocket, didn't he?
Yeah.
yeah,
he
and Russell
still
wasn't
has
paying
it.
attention. So
It's kind of
yeah.
funny though if he gets mad about Russell ruining the job, and Russell can just be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just didn't know
I
when
could go
should
back in
die."
time again and
Yeah,
make you
I
die.
can change that. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry. What?
Sorry.
Sorry. Just gonna go back in time and like
Yeah,
do things
and-
over
and
again.
have you die.
Great
Wait,
ball.
what?
Wait, what? What about time travel?
I just won't smoke a cigarette. You won't even know I was here.
Oh gosh.
I also had to keep myself from laughing when I think it was Jamie, you read the line of the, how could Russell be so stupid?
Everyone was laughing. I saw you and Ty laughing. You're like, Russell, stop.
Like, oh, poor Russell.
I love we were writing this, and George is like, I was like, wait, who was it? The reason why I said he has no idea. Oh wait, no, yeah. When Russell comes down, he's like, "Dude, you know where's your bathroom anyway?" And then I'm like, "Dude, he has no idea." And you're like, "You're right. He has absolutely no idea."
He's so stupid. It's like he's supposed to be, the smart journalist and time traveler too.
Yeah.
It's like
He knows all of the details of everything.
Yeah.
But no.
But no, it's like
doesn't.
he can control all the time, but he's stupid.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I love about his character. He's like
It's awesome.
got all this power behind him, but he's still pretty dumb.
I love Quinn because he's a bad guy, but he's so honest.
Yeah, just because he's a bad guy
Doesn't
He's a
make
bad
him a bad guy.
Oh god.
But yeah, it's funny because I pictured our two characters like Quinn's all like suave and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" Dipping his hat, wooing all the ladies, and then Russell's
But he's
like,
not-
"Hey."
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not like that, but it's an exaggeration. But no, and then I picture Russell and Russell's
Trying
like,
to do the same thing.
yeah, he's like,
Hi,
"Hey, how's it
Paul."
going?" Trips down the stairs.
Yeah.
I meant to do that.
Yeah. All right. What do you think, guys? Should we wrap it up for the night?
Yes, we
I
should.
think we should.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
We love all of you.
for tuning into
Love
the
you.
first show of the semester, and we will be
Yeah.
back next week, same
Yes.
time.
Same place
Yeah.
with the continuation and
Yes.
hopefully more scripts to match.
Yes, please send in scripts if you
Oh,
know
yeah.
people who
Yes,
want to send in
please.
scripts. Spread the word.
Oh yeah, spread the word. Tell your
Because-
mom.
I mean,
tell your dad. Tell
it
your
doesn't
cat.
even have to be scripts. It could just
Yeah.
be stories. Like, literally, we write this in story form and then put it in script format so we
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
read it. It could even be poems. It
Yeah,
could even
we've done
be
poems.
It could even be a song.
Do we have any singers? I can't
don't
sing.
know.
I don't
you sing,
know.
Jamie?
I actually
do.
thought
I
about
sing.
bringing
Kind
people to
of
sing on.
can.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you could we've changed lyrics to a song before, but you could
Yeah.
and then play the real song afterward as long
Yeah.
as you like credit the person who
So
wrote
even
the
if you want to
song.
do a song, we can accommodate.
Pretty
you.
much as long as it's something that can be heard or spoken, we're cool with it. Like,
Send
Yeah.
us words.
we can do that. Yeah, send us words and
We
sounds.
can work with it.
So-
And actually, if you'd want to write with someone on our team, like
Yeah.
we'd even Boo, sorry.
Whoa.
I just like snagged your headphones there. Love you, Jamie.
It's all right.
Like, if you want to write with a member on our team and just like, hey, I want to write with Georgia, or I want to write with Jamie, or Ty, or Christina.
Except probably don't write with Jamie if you really want to get something done, like on a deadline. Because Jamie's bad about that. But
Yeah, ask us.
yeah,
Yeah, just say. Just if you have any ideas, just tell us.
we want to be friends.
Be friends with us. We love you forever. We'll be friends forever. Let's be really creepy about this.
Yeah, and we're nice. Like we're nice.
nice.
We're nice people,
We're nice
right?
people, aren't we?
We're
I
nice.
think we are.
We see a turtle on,
We're a little
on its
creepy.
back, we flip it
No,
over.
we're not
Yeah.
creepy. We're a little crazy.
We're a
little crazy.
We're
I
not
agree, we're
actually
crazy.
creepy.
We're not creepy. We're
We're
crazy.
accepting of creepy though.
We are accepting
Like,
creepy.
There's a limit on the
I
creepy.
mean, if
but
somebody would just like walk up to that window right now and put their face on it,
I'd
be like,
probably go
"Are
put
you
my face on the
friends?"
other side
it
of the
would be
window.
kind of cool.
Exactly.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
judge that person.
Yeah,
I smile and wave.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
exactly.
being a giant fishbowl.
It is.
Ty, when you don't speak much, when you do, it's like gold.
It is
She's like,
just pure nuggets of gold.
yeah, the closest I ever got to creepy. Well, this wasn't even creepy. I just like drew a picture and then ran up to like Christina's dorm and just like slapped it on there. And it's like
Yeah.
my character's looking in her window. It's
found
like,
it
hey, there's
nice.
nothing on your TV. And I'm like, can't wait till she sees this.
Yeah, I was like, Georgia, did you do this?
I'm like, what? No, that doesn't look at all like a thing that I drew. My name is at the bottom.
I know.
Oh my god.
That's some other person named George
Georgia.
McCartney.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Duh.
All right.
All right. Yeah,
wrap
let's
this up.
let's sign off for good now.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Okay.
Sign off for
We'll
good.
go in this order.
Yeah, this
So-
order. This order. You can't see this, but
Yeah.
totally.
It's a certain
This order.
awesome.
Good night, everybody. Come back next week. Listen in.
Pure gold, I tell ya.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, beautiful,
Beautiful.
beautiful. My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, come back, listen next week. Like Ty said, I can't even top that. But yeah, George McCartney signing off.
This is Jamie signing off. Hope to see you next week. Except it'd be weird if I actually saw you because we're in a radio station. I was going to try and say something clever and it just didn't work. So, Jamie, out.
Jamie out. Peace.
And this is your host, Christina Zordich. Thank you, everybody who tuned in and who puts up with our weirdness. Hope it brings you laughter, because everybody needs some laughter.